Man, what is going on there, guys? Give me a second here. Checking out the babes and big rigs over here, man. My buddy Evan Stager's got it going on over here. I gotta bring you guys into the show. What's going on, man? What's happening out there? Happy Wednesday afternoon, hump day. It is Studio 10-4 live right here. JT in Studio 5 o'clock on July 13th, man. It is whizzing by, and I mean whizzing by fast. Seems like I'm looking around and all the different things that are going on right now in the world. It's everything's half over, man. You guys seen this yet? I gotta show this to our buddy Evan Stager. Good job, man. Babes and Big Rigs is launched. Y'all want to check out his website? Excuse me, and get you some Babes and Big Rigs swag. Looks like some pretty cool stuff happening. I haven't given it a good look, but I'm assuming there's lots of clothes, calendars, and all that good stuff that Evan does. Catalog, there you go. Products, yeah, got it going on, man. And if I'm not mistaken, a portion of or all of the proceeds go to charity. So if I'm wrong about that, correct me. But don't want to be giving out false information. But give it a look see, babesandbigrigs.com. Anyways, what's going on out there, 10-4 land? We got a good show for you guys today. Had something else planned for you that in the second half, but we're not going to be able to do it. We've got our friends John and Kim Jaikes are at Walcott, and we were going to bring them in to celebrate the first half hour of the show that we're going to be bringing to you today, which is a show wrap from the Kenworth plant show that they did, and I've got to say this right, Chillicothe, Ohio. So it's like coffee, but it's Chillicothe. So Chillicothe, Ohio, that took place last month, and got some great insight on the show. We did a pre-recorded segment earlier today with Assistant Plant Manager Jack Schmitt, and I'm going to call him his truck wrangler, Tom Arnold. A lot of you might know Tom from the industry. He works over at Landstar, but he was the guy that kind of helped Jack bring all you together for that show that took place there at Chillicothe, and made it happen. So some 50 or so of you guys that were there that showed up and made the show possible. So I've got about a 20-minute segment with them. I also have a lot of pictures that I hijacked from our buddy Tom Feedy, our May 2022 cover guy. I'm sure you guys remember. I went over onto his Facebook and I hijacked a bunch of pictures. In fact, I'll show you a couple here while we're waiting right now, just to kind of give you a view of what was going on over there. Some great trucks out there at the show. This is something really cool too. They built this plaque, and this is going to be the plaque for the 2022 annual, and this is going to be an annual deal, truck show and parade that they did at the Kenworth Truck Company. And there's all the names of everybody that was there at the show that participated. So congratulations to everybody in there. John Jaikes in there somewhere. Where's John at? John, where's your name, buddy? Right there, John Jaikes. So 10-4 cover truck. A lot of cool looking K-dubs there at this show. And I'll tell you and I'll share more of these with you guys later. The amazing thing to me about this, and this, I brought this up to the guys when I spoke to them, is that it's been to this point in the world that there has not been this show, given the fact that there's been the one down in Denton for the Peterbilt folks, and now there is one for the Kenworth folks. So congratulations to Jack Schmitt for putting this thing together and working with everybody in Chillicothe, and Tom Arnold, who helped him out to get and wrangle all these trucks together and make this thing happen. Great job. And I've heard just nothing but great things about how much fun the show was, how comfortable it was, how kickback it was. There was no judging. It wasn't any drama. There wasn't any stuff like that. It was just bring what you got and show what you brought. and have a good time. And they wined and dined and fed and entertained everybody. I mean, really just went all out. But I'll be sure and I'm going to let them tell the story here in a few minutes. In case you guys haven't noticed, if you haven't noticed, I don't know where you've been, but you guys got to check us out. Truckin For Kids, there's the pre-registration right there. We are getting some great numbers. I mean, we're having some behind the scenes conversations now with each of us at 10-4 and talking about the show and all the good things that are happening already behind the scenes with people pre-registering and anticipation of September 11th this year when the show is going to be taking place in Irwindale at the Irwindale Speedway. We want you guys to make sure that you do not miss out. So be sure and hit it, truckinforkids.org, or you can go to the 10-4 magazine website directly. Either way, whatever works for you. What you want to do is you want to end up here at the TFK Truck Show tab. You want to click on it, and you want to go down here to where it says pre-register your truck. All right, and make sure you get yourself in there before we run out of room. So get in there and get it done and get registered. We still have some space left for some vendors. We still have some room left for, I believe one, but hey, we'll take donations too. So you're not limited to having to fit this mold of a sponsor. We'll take donations, but just go ahead and click over here on click here for more information if you want to be a vendor, a sponsor, or a donor, and we'll get something together for you and make it happen. You know what? Take a minute here and say howdy to everybody. Jeez, man, I didn't even turn on the chat there. Stephanie, how are you? Jamie, good to see you. Dale, Tiffany, Jason, Kim Jaikes, John Jaikes, of course. Nice to have you guys over here, at least on this side. Sorry we couldn't make the connection happen there on the digital side. But man, if you don't have a good internet, it just doesn't work. Raul, good to have you on there. Sean, what's up, buddy? Charles Hale, of course, in the house now. Nice to have you, Kyle. Sean Rowe, yeah, man. How ironic I'm out here. Well, yeah, I bet, buddy. I think there's a lot of people out there, huh? Out in the Walcott area right now, enjoying that show. Mr. Dan the Man in the house. Shannon, Shan, good to have you, of course, on the show. Yeah, well, let's hear about it right there. Been working our butts off for the last few days on the TFK shows, and things are really coming together. So, yeah, can't wait to the show. Can't wait till September and making it happen. Like I said, just a lot of great stuff going on. The conversations going on in the background are exciting right now because things are coming together. So, can't wait to see everybody out there and we expect you out there. Everybody, we expect you. Everybody out there, full force. Get your butts out there and be at Truckin For Kids September 11th. And again, pre-register. Make sure you get pre-registered. It's just going to make everything go that much easier. It's not like it used to be, guys. It's not going to get jammed up at the gate. You're not, we don't want you buying at the last minute or trying to get in at the last minute. You get pre-registered. All you got to do is show your pre-registration kit. You show your phone, device, whatever to the people at the gate. They'll read it. You're in. That's it. Boom, done. In. And then we'll get you parked, and then we get to have some fun. Drag racing is going to be incredible this year. We've got so many guys that are lined up for the races on Sunday, but it's going to be a show, and I mean, it's going to be a show. So a lot of fun. Yeah, what's that, Annette? What's going on, Annette? It's too hot to be outside watching from in front of our AC. What are you watching? Watching the show? Watching me? What are you watching there, Annette? Good to have you on the show. But yeah, you know what? It's cooling down here where I'm at, so I'm pretty happy about that. But like anyone else, anywhere else, you know what? If it's 100 outside and it's just too hot, I'm just not going out in it. I'm not going to do it. So I'll stay inside and yeah, call me a wuss, whatever. I don't care. I'm going to enjoy the comfort of some air conditioning. So enough about Truckin For Kids for this part of the show and watching you 19-4. Right on. Thanks, Annette. I appreciate that. So, hey, I want to bring these guys up. I want you to check them out again. This is Jack Schmitt. He's the assistant plant manager of the Kenworth Truck Factory in Chillicothe, Ohio. And Tom Arnold's the guy that Jack reached out to help him bring this show together and make it happen. And without further ado, here we go. All right, everybody. This is John in the studio here, Studio 10-4, and we have a special edition, little pre-recorded show we're going to do for you. And this is going to air today. Obviously, you guys will be watching it this afternoon with us in the live show in studio. But with us today, we have Jack Schmitt, who is the assistant plant manager of Kenworth Motor Company. And also in the show with us this afternoon is Tom Arnold with Landstar. And between the two of these gentlemen, they brainstormed the recent show that went on in Chillicothe. Did I say it right?
Chillicothe.
You're
God. Close.
Man, you know what? California guys, I tell you, we butcher everything east of Nevada, I think. It just doesn't work out for some reason. Get me into Wisconsin, man. I really get some crazy ones in Minnesota too. But
you should have heard me trying to name some of the last names of the drivers when we were passing out plaques.
Yeah, well, there you go. Excuse me. And Tom, you were part of this brainstorming idea or manifesting it to make it happen. And as I kind of named you yesterday, you were kind of the truck wrangler in this thing. But Jack, let's go ahead and talk about first of all, my surprise and big surprise was that this was the first of these kind of shows for the Kenworth owner, enthusiast, the lover of the Kenworth trucks, the guys that just pure Kenworth love. I mean, these are the guys with passion for these trucks, as are the other guys of the other brand under the big umbrella of PACCAR. And I won't mention their name. We'll just talk about Kenworth right now. So, but tell us all about it. How did it start? Where did it come from?
Well, we've never had a parade in Chillicothe, and we heard that our counterpart down in Denton, Texas had one. So
that's it. Those guys
down there. So we got a little nosy. We got some contacts, and Stacy Robinson, HR representative, myself, flew down there just to investigate a little bit and see how they displayed the trucks and had their parade. And they had a pretty good show, but we knew that we could do it better. And so we came back to Chillicothe and started the planning. And I kind of took the role of getting in contact, figure out how we were going to get trucks and drivers to the parade. We started that in 2019, and I reached out to a longtime Kenworth employee, K.Y. Robinson, also known as Dave Robinson. Worked here 39 years, had a lot of contacts out in the trucker world. He's the type of guy, if he was on a vacation, he would stop at a truck stop, talk to the drivers about their truck, how they liked it, what they'd like to see improved. Just a great individual. So that was my first phone call. And
sounds like an ambassador pretty much.
He really is.
Yeah.
And then he hooked me up with Tom. He goes, I know just the guy, and gave me Tom Arnold's number. I called him, and we started from there.
By the way, Tom, you're representing Tom Arnold's in a great light, I got to tell you.
There you go. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So Tom, you kind of got contacted by Jack, and then what happened after that? Where did you take this thing?
Well, just kind of, early on, I guess it was just see if he could help us find a few trucks. Didn't really know, what that was going to lead to. And so I found a few trucks myself and the people I knew. And then I reached out to a friend of mine, Rich Rickstalis, because I knew he knew some Kenworth people. And so he started reaching out to some folks as well. And I think John Jaikes, actually, I think is one that he reached out to. And then John gave him some names, and then he sent those to me. And then I was reaching out to guys I knew, and they knew other drivers that, they could give me information. And we just started kind of compiling a list of drivers. And I think we've had, I don't know, maybe 17, 18 trucks pretty quick. And I thought, well, I wasn't sure what Jack really expected of me. So I thought, well, we just need to kind of hold our horses for a minute. So I talked to Jack, see exactly how many trucks he's wanting. So called Jack, and I said, hey, we got like 18 trucks already. Well, how many do you want us to get? And Jack was like, you got 18 already? What? Holy smokes. He says, well, if you feel confident you can get all of them, I'm just going to let you handle that. So that's kind of how we kind of just took off with it. So
and ultimately, so you got to 18, and then you got to how many ultimately, and where did we land once you got all these trucks together? How many did you end up with?
Well, that was a bit of a story just because, we started planning this, what was that, 19, I think, when we started planning
2019.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the 20 show. So we had, our pretty much our list of trucks for the 20 show, and then it got canceled, right, because of COVID. So, all right, well, we're going to see if we can get the 21 show in. So a lot of those people, for the most part, stayed with us during that year that we couldn't get it done. But we lost a few of them, for different reasons. Some of them sold their trucks or one thing or another. So then
Seems to be
21 comes.
happening a lot lately too. Yeah,
Yeah. So 21 comes around. So we kind of got some new people, but still got mainly the same group, and same thing, canceled again. Still, I know Jack had talked about at Kenworth. They wanted to have this thing, with no masks, no, distancing. We want to, do this, with no restriction, right? Yeah. So canceled it in 21. So between 21 and 22, again, we had a few more folks drop out for whatever reason. And so we kept having to add some trucks back in to get to that number. But we ended up with, I think we had 51 for the actual show at the plant. And then we had about 49 that went through the parade.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Had to target 65 to get the 50 for sure.
Well, and you know what? There was so many shows this year, and we're not even done yet. Everybody was just so spread out. I think that now that you guys have this going, I think it's going to be a target. Now it's going to be on the map, and these Kenworth guys they're going to be there for you. So I would look to filling that 65 and then some if you want, probably in 23. So and we'll talk about what's coming up here shortly on 23, but let's talk about 22. So I heard nothing but just great things about what you guys did and the way that you provided the first day of show up and park and the fairgrounds to getting them over to the parade, over to the factory and everything. So let's take it from the day one showing up. What was that like? Who wants to field that?
Well, I'll start it and then Tom can finish it.
Sure.
We originally were going to have all the drivers here at the plant. We went back and forth on where to have them located. We wanted them close to the factory so that our employees would have the ability to go out at lunchtime and talk to them and get to know them and stuff. We knew that would be a great relationship between the customer and the employee. But we had a number of trucks parked here and we filled up our parking lots. And so we decided to go to the fairgrounds. And I think Tom and the rest of the truckers were very happy we did. It was a nice complex. The fair board president, Brad Consenza, let us really take over the whole fairgrounds. So thank him for letting us do that. And then Tom, you can talk about the facilities there and what you guys thought of them.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of a changing thing, with Kenworth, with the truck parking issue and all that. But when we did finally get to the fairgrounds, that was going to be our staging area. I mean, it worked out great. I mean, we had plenty of space. We had spaces between the trucks, and we were at the campgrounds at the fairgrounds. So it was really great because each spot had water and electric. So the drivers could, bring their garden hose and wash their truck. And we were far enough apart. You didn't have to worry about splattering the guy next to you or whatever. It was just really, really good. So, guys were out there cooking out. They were, it was just a really kind of a grassroots, just really relaxed, wide open space. I mean, it was just fantastic. So it was really great for the, for the drivers. I think for the most part, all of them agreed that they really liked it out there and, really had no issue. I mean, it was actually worked out really good. At first I was a little disappointed because we were going to be at the plant the whole time. And Jack's like, yeah, we're going to have to move it to the fairgrounds. I was like, oh no. But after we got out there, it was like, yeah, this is way better. So
then one of the challenges, it was, it's about 5 miles from Chillicothe and from the plant. We were concerned about how to get drivers back and forth to hotels and to eat and stuff. So we set up dinners for them on Friday night and provided food on Saturday. But we also rented some vans. So they had the ability to load up, a 12-passenger van and run back and forth to town. We rented 4 of those for them. I think that helped out a lot, too, for transportation standpoint. So we'll do that again next year for sure.
You guys rolled out the red carpet. I mean, usually we're talking, blacktop asphalt parking lot out in the middle of nowhere with nothing above us except the sky and the sun or maybe rain, depending, whatever the elements provide for a show wherever we're at. So having that kind of an environment for the guys to pull into, park, prep, and get the trucks ready for the parade and the show and the next day is really that was a luxury. And that's what I heard was it was just such a a surprise, refreshing, surprise and a wonderful experience to be in that environment. So job well done.
There was really 4 phases, I think, of the whole event, the way I see it, Tom. And you chime in, but really, it started with the guys showing up Wednesday and Thursday, but Friday we set up for tours. So we transported people back and forth and came into the plant and gave them about an hour and a half tour. They got to see how trucks are built here in Chillicothe at our 612,000 square feet facility, fed them lunch and went back to the fairgrounds. Then later that night, we catered in Scioto River, which does a great job catering, and had executives and our staff and the drivers. And Tom set up a great stage, and we passed out plaques. I got an example of one here. This gentleman didn't come to the parade, but this is an example of a plaque we passed out to all the drivers.
Beauty.
For the first annual truck parade. And then Tom made us a plaque of all the drivers, to hang up. We got this hanging on the wall here at the plant to represent the first truck parade. So,
wow.
Yeah, it was a great event. It was just, Tom kind of said it was casual. It was relaxed. It was lawn chairs. It was just really great event on Friday night. So that was step 2. And then step 3 was the family day. So we had about 2,500 people here at the plant, and we had rides, we had food, we had bingo, we had drawings in the plant, outside the plant. And then Tom had to set up 51 trucks in our parking lot for a truck show, which I know was a heck of a milestone for him to do, which he did a great job. But just watching the employees and the customers interact, it was priceless. It really was. We all love the brand Kenworth, and, seeing the smiles of the people that worked here for 30 years with drivers that have drove trucks for 30 years plus, it was really amazing. And from my standpoint, in the beginning of this thing, I was so focused on the trucks, I lost sight of the people aspect of it. And Tom really brought some great people. And to me, it's almost more important than the truck. And I think I learned that from Tom, and it was a great event because of the people he had here.
Well, I'd have to say, just from what I'm hearing and how you're talking about it, really, I think you have just invited a whole culture to get together and celebrate itself. And a family was born. I think it was there. It just needed a place to gather. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you guys did a great job with that. Brand loyalty is obviously something all businesses strive for. Not all of them get there, but I think you guys did a great job in bringing that all together. And for the guys behind the wheel, the owner operators, whoever was there that brought the truck, sometimes maybe it was just a driver, that drove for a company that showed up with the company truck. What the connection you made was you connected your builders with its users.
Yeah.
And that's an exciting moment when these guys can look at a truck, and some of them might see one and they run the numbers and go, "Hey, I built that truck, but look at this thing now and what's been done to it." So tell us a little bit about some of those experiences that happened during the show.
Well, I know there was a couple people, our employees went to the fairgrounds to look at the trucks on Thursday and Friday. And the first thing they did, they wrote down the chassis number, came back to the plant, and they looked it up into our electronic work instructions. We keep a history of all the trucks. Sure. Like, hey, I worked on that truck. They were going back and talking to customers saying, I built your truck and I built that interior. It was just neat watching that.
Yeah.
Everybody trying to figure out their truck was built, when it was built. Tom's truck was built here. Him and I met. That's when we first met, was when his truck was built here.
Well, I was going to ask Tom. I said, I hope you're driving a K-Dub.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. And what are you driving, Tom?
I got 2017 T660.
Okay.
Kind of one of the last ones. I think that was last year for him, wasn't it, Jack? 2017. Yeah.
And we don't have a 660 recently, but you recognize this one on our cover.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's nice.
That was actually shot in Louisville this last show at the Mid-America Truck Show. So a lot of good things can happen at that show. We've done a few cover shoots over there since that show's been going on, and that was our latest one. Well, I guess tell us more about the parade. So you had a parade that went through town, and you had all the trucks, everybody lined up following. Is that what happened?
Yeah, so the community did a great job opening up their arms. Just to name a few, Tammy Elinardo, Tiffany Baldwin, and Mike Throne. They were involved for the last 3 years in helping us get this set up. And really anything we asked for, they set up. So they shut the streets off at 5 o'clock. We got the trucks lined up over there. The population of Chillicothe is 22,000. And I don't know how many were there, but it had to be at least over 5,000, if not 10,000. Tom,
there was a lot. Yeah, I would say at least half anyway. Yeah, there's a lot
of
people.
Big
there.
Deal, huh? Big deal hit town that weekend, right?
Yeah. Well, we were nervous. We didn't know. We did a great job marketing it, but still, you wonder on a Saturday night, 8:45 in the middle of summer, how many people you're going to get. But it was a hell of a turnout.
And the weather, I guess, from what I heard, it was kind of what they call a Chamber of Commerce day.
Yeah. We had 2 announcers set up, John. So as soon as you turned left on Water Street, we had an announcer, Chris Scott. He's kind of a local guy that used to be on the radio, does a great job announcing. So they would play music. They would get up to that point and they'd stop. They'd talk about the driver, where they were from, their truck, and then they'd pull out and then they'd go around to a second area, which we call a VIP, because we were raising money for United Way for this event.
Oh, good.
We want to take advantage of the event to give back to the community. And then we had a local radio legend, Mike Schmitt, who does a great job at our VIP event doing announcing. And we'd stop under a Majestic sign, which is a historical landmark for our town, and take pictures of the trucks. So we had lights, music, announcements, VIP event. It really was a great show.
Well, I hope that next year maybe 10-4 might get invited. I know it's a private deal for the plant and all that. Maybe 10-4 get invited and we can do a little more coverage. I know Kim and John Jaikes are going to be submitting something for us, and I'll be talking to them later on. In fact, when this plays and airs today, we'll either be talking to them afterwards or have already talked to them right before the airing of it. But looking forward to that and seeing some pictures too. So we might have some pictures and video from the show itself in downtown. And I'm looking at some of Kim's pictures that she shared already, and we got some good ones to look at. So what are we looking at for 23?
Well, it's going to be bigger and better. We had our first meeting about a week ago. Tom and his wife came to it and just kind of went over lessons learned. Honestly, it went so well, we're not going to change a lot. Maybe add a few trucks. We're going to celebrate 100 years of Kenworth for sure. And we're going to add a few things to it. Don't want to give it away, but it's going to be a little bit. It was great this year, but we're going to make it super special next year.
So in the PACCAR family, are you the brother or the sister? How does it depends on who you ask? How does that work? I'm just curious, because you got the other brand under the umbrella of PACCAR.
I would consider us the brother. We're the world's best, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Like I said, depends on who you ask, and we're asking you. So take advantage of that and put yourself in position to win. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No, I've always and I'm not going to lie. I mean, I'm looking over my shoulder. You can see what I was running. And not that I ever disliked. I never did. You know what? It's a funny thing. It just, how we are. We're creatures of comfort, and we find what we fit and like, and that's just kind of where we end up. At least that's my opinion. So a lot of guys, have that same feeling I had for what I rode and what I ran, to slip into a Kenworth and feel the same way. It's just one, Ford Chevy, right?
Yeah.
Or let's say Chevy Pontiac or something that's probably more of a closer proximity, GMC, Chevy GMC. There we go. I think that's
okay.
That's probably the better comparable, if you're going apples to apples kind of thing. But you guys build a beautiful truck. Now, I also understand, if this is still current and correct, your plant number one? Is there a sequence of plants in the United States now, or how does that work? Are different plants doing different things within the Kenworth production family?
Yeah, as far as Class 8s, the high majority of them are built here in Chillicothe, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
If you order one, more than likely it's going to be built here.
Okay, good deal. All right. I was curious about that. So You got a long, long line of truck history behind you. And I think it's a great history. I think everybody take a moment and go ahead and use your favorite search engine and search back to where the origins of the Kenworth truck came from and how it came to be. And of course, I believe to be the signature that's out there that's, of any owner operators, the 900 series truck out there. And 900L obviously being the one that that the guys really like out there, and no less respect for the 990. The 990 is a good looking truck.
Yeah, it is.
You guys have brought that forward, and again, these what we call the aero trucks. Let me get the shine off of that. Um, these trucks are, what, we're getting great response from our readers and followers on our social media from the aero trucks. I think that the people have become very accepting of them, and it's where we're going. Like it or not, ladies and gentlemen, it's where we're going. So
Yeah.
you're going to see a lot of cool stuff, I think, in the years to come from your show. I'm so excited for you guys to put this together and make your presence felt, and your supporters have that special place to go now, like the other guys have had in the past. Now they've got theirs. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tom, you're obviously going to be a part of this going up and on into the future. So congratulations to you, and
thank you.
Yeah, we'll look forward to seeing what you guys bring around next year and what's happening. So again, hopefully 10-4 gets invited, and we'll be there next year to see what happens in Chillicothe.
We'll put your name on the list.
Did I say it right?
Chillicothe, you got it.
Chillicothe. Hallelujah, man. Hallelujah. All right. Hey, thanks for joining me, guys. Hang out for a second after just for a moment after I killed the broadcast, but appreciate you guys taking the time out to be here today with myself and of course the 10-4 family, and we'll look forward to talking to you guys again soon. Okay.
Thanks.
Sounds good. Thanks,
Appreciate
John.
it.
All right. You bet. All right, guys, there it is. That was the interview we did earlier with Jack Schmitt and Tom Arnold, both of which are family guys, and that's why they couldn't do the live version with us today. Jack, in fact, has daughter softball, so you got to go out there and take care of the family, and for sure be where you got to be. But thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you jumping in and taking that on and doing that for us. That was a big deal for us to get you in front of the camera and in the studio and talk to our people and let them know what's going on and what that show's all about. So 2023, all you KW guys out there, Jamie, Bubba, Kevin, everybody else out there that are KW guys, you got something to do, man. It is definitely something worth trying to get involved in and be a part of. So hopefully they'll contact you or you contact them, let them know you want to be there in Chillicothe, Ohio, and you want to be a part of that show. I look forward to seeing how it turns out next year. A lot of new builds are out. I've been getting some texts, and I've been seeing some slips on Facebook and Instagram. For the 2023 builds already being revealed. Man, you guys aren't wasting any time. I'm impressed. So good job. And if any of you have sent me stuff, and Bubba, I know you did, and I didn't respond. Believe it or not, last Wednesday, I got sick again, man. So I was at a live event for 3 days straight the weekend prior. Around a lot of people, and apparently I was around one person that was the wrong person to be around, and tested positive on Wednesday night, and I'm back. Everything's good. Basically had the flu over the weekend, so that's about it. And all I can say is anybody else out there that, if you get this crazy crap that's still floating around out there, just there is a medication now, and they gave it to me to take, and I'm going to tell you the name of it. It's called Paxlovid, and it's 5 days worth of medication, and you take 2 doses a day for 5 days, and it's sort of like Tamiflu for the Rona. So, um, I feel pretty dang confident. I'll tell you that the body can withstand what's out there. This latest variant is out there though, and just be careful, man. For as many people as I come in contact with, and as many events and shows and different things as I have, I apparently just that one person too many got me. So wash your hands, stay clean, man. That's the best advice I can give anybody. But you know what? The last event I'm talking about was a big rodeo, hometown event here locally. Where everybody, everybody, I know everybody, so everybody's either hugging or handshaking, and what are you going to do? It just it is what it is, and I'm over it now. And I sound a little rough, but definitely had laryngitis on Wednesday, which I thought I got that honest because we had such a good time Sunday at the rodeo, yelling and screaming as we were running around the arena. I thought that's what that had happened. But yeah, Wednesday night tested positive, got the medication started at Thursday, done on Monday, and here we are Wednesday, and I feel fine, a little bit tired, but that's about it. So everybody else out there, stay safe, and remember, just keep washing your hands, and you'll be fine. Trust me, it's a weaker strain, and it's not like it was. So other than that, man, everything is going good. I'm excited about September, and we are excited about the fact that Truckin For Kids is happening, and a lot of cool stuff going on in the background to make it a lot of fun for you guys when you're there. Get again pre-registered. Make sure you get that done as soon as you can, so we have a good idea who's showing up, and we want to make sure we got plenty of room for everybody. So get yourself pre-registered. We still got a lot of shows that are available this year. Still, we are right now kind of in the middle, like I said, of everything. I mean, it's summer, believe it or not, half over. Baseball season. We're coming up on the All-Star break, so half over. Amazon Prime Day. Woohoo. Yeah. You know what? I made a big purchase last night and I saved $300. So that's for real. It's the real. And I know this purchase that I made, I've had my eye on it for a long time, and I've been waiting, and just for the right moment, not anticipating Amazon Prime Day, it just came up. I thought, well, this Prime Day thing's for real. Let's see if they did anything for me and in my world. And sure enough, man, $300 off. So, yeah, I pulled that trigger. Amazon, what can you do? They're there to stay. And incidentally, that particular product that I purchased, I can't go down to the store anywhere local and buy one. They don't sell them. So, that's just not happening. And, in fact, Amazon's the only place I know of that I can put my hands on one. So there it is. But yeah, listen, man, the year is winding down quick. And I hope I get to see more of y'all in September. You guys that are way off in the distance and out, away from the left coast, I hope you swing our way and come in for September and for the drags and hang out and show your truck if you want to, or just show up and be a spectator, man. We hope to be there. Hey, nice try, Bubba. No, it wasn't. It was not. Inside joke, right? Okay. Anyway, man, listen, love all you guys. Appreciate you for tuning in. Also, don't forget, new magazine is out. Happens to be best of show of 2 weekends ago at the Souza Memorial Truck Show right there, a 10-4 cover. How did that happen, huh? I mean, do we know how to pick them or what? There it is. That was the best of show right there, man. So get that latest edition wherever you get yours. Get subscribed. That's the best thing to do. Honestly, the best way to get 10-4 magazine and never have to worry about when yours is going to show up is to subscribe to it. Go over to 10-4magazine.com and subscribe. Also, if you want to hit the swag and you're looking for your 10-4 shirts before the current ones run out and we come up with a new design. And incidentally, we got a badass t-shirt for the show for Truckin For Kids. That's going to be revealed here soon, but we got a cool shirt. Also, something to go along with pre-registration, guys. There's only so many of our gear buckets that we're going to have that we're going to be handing out to pre-registered people. So, and I think that number is around a couple hundred, 100. I don't know. I don't know what the number is, honestly. Whatever it is, if you want to get some of the most coolest up-to-date swag and gear, 10-4 and other companies, because other companies are donating, be sure and get pre-registered so you can get your gear. And it's going to be in a 5-gallon gear bucket that's branded, and it's going to be full of cool stuff. So that's part of the deal, but that's only if you get pre-registered, and you only get those. We're only going to give as many as we have to give out. So the best way to guarantee getting one, get pre-registered. Remember how to do that? Go to our 10-4 magazine website or go to truckinforkids.org and you will get there. Bottom line is you want to end up at this really cool spot right here, and that is over on our website to the TFK Truck Show page, where you scroll down and go pre-register your truck here. Okay? All right, y'all. Look, I can't beat it into any harder than that. Also, hey, make sure you guys have done a couple things for me. Like our page. Follow us on our page on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. There's a lot of people, and I'm trust me when I say a lot, I mean thousands, tens of thousands of people that have liked our posts, but yet they're not following the page, or they haven't liked the page, or whatever. I don't know any way to shake them up except, personally extend my hand out and say, hey, welcome aboard and come on and follow us and be a part of the 10-4 family and get on board with us, because every time I go live or every time we're at a show and we do a live stream, if you're following the page, you're going to get notified, so you'll know to tune in. Miss Julia in the house, a little late, honey, but glad to have you. She's down in the valley right now and taking care of business, but hopefully be home soon. In the meantime, guys, take care. Love all you. Take care of out there. Keep the shiny side up. We'll see you next Wednesday. Have a great weekend. We might have something special for you this weekend. We'll see if we can make that happen or not. The reception and the availability of internet's a little sketchy from there, but we'll see what we can do. All right. Till next time, take care.